go back for a second because you're training. Yeah. I wanted to dive into that for the purpose of building muscle. If we even go back to your time when you were competing for the Olympia, the Natural Olympia, you're training as far as the structure of it, it didn't really change that much. Is that accurate to say? Like you did the one body part per session, again, for the purpose of building muscle, not necessarily fat loss or contest prep. But if your goal was muscle growth, did your training really change from season to season as far as the structure of it? Like you're going in, you're training one body part per week, one body part per session. Was that traditionally how you did things?
Yeah, it's always been that way.
Okay.
It's always been that way. The only thing that's been different, so, everybody develops their own system, own way of training. And mine has always been drop sets. Some people are going to agree, some people don't agree until you actually train with me, or if I'm training you, you will understand. You know Hani Rambod?
Yes.
Okay. He developed the system FST7. And I did that for so many years and it worked. But now that I started doing things, a little bit differently, I developed my own way of training. And I do a drop set, but I do 5 sets of a drop set. It's the same type of system. You're putting as much blood into that muscle as fast as you can, fatiguing that muscle to where you're just about going to failure. Because if you're going to failure, that means you absolutely cannot do anything else. Now, if you're going to failure every single time, you're putting some stress on your nervous system. You can't come back and keep doing failure to failure to failure every single time. Your body is just going to give out sooner or later. So what I started doing is drop sets. For instance, if I do like leg extension, we'll start on, like, let's just say, we're doing 50 pounds and you're going to do 10 reps. You're going to go 10 reps. And basically it's going to be like a pyramid set. This is just to warm you up. We'll do 10 sets of 50 pounds. I'll change the weight. Boom, you'll go 60 pounds, 10 reps, 70 pounds, 10 reps, 80 pounds, 10 reps. That'll be just a warm up. That does not count at all. That's just to get your knees warmed up. Then we'll go straight into a heavy set. You're at 180 pounds. From right there, you'll do 25 reps. Drop the weight, 1 pin, you'll add 140 pounds, you'll do 20 reps. That's just the first set. We'll do that 5 times, but we'll increase the weight every single time. Your first set is going to be hell because you're doing a heavy weight at 25 reps. I do things the opposite way of what everybody else does because as you're getting heavy, normally you do 5 reps, 10 reps, 15. As you get lighter in weight, you'll go the opposite way. I flip it around and do the opposite way. So as you get lighter, you'll do less reps. So let's just say you're down to 100 pounds doing leg extensions. You only got to do 5 reps, but those 5 reps are going to feel like you're doing 170 pounds because now you're going slower.
And it's fatigue. You just did so many sets. Yeah, it's a drop set. So you're tired.
Because if you really think about it, so your first set, no matter what, your first set is always going to be your strongest set. So if I said, okay, we're going to do 200 pounds on leg extensions, and you crank out 5 reps, those 5 reps will probably be easy. And then if we do a drop set, 10 reps, drop set, 15 reps, drop set, 20 reps, it'll get harder, but now you're doing less. I flip it around and do the opposite way because your first set should be your hardest working set.
So basically, let's take the 200 pounds example. You do 200 pounds. You don't redline it, but you're getting really close to failure, we'll say, right? On that first set. So what happens is then you do a drop set, maybe just basically drop the load by the smallest increment. Is that fair to say? And then you'll get, instead of 20 reps, now you get like 15 reps. But you're fatigued. You're tired, right? Like because you went close to failure. So then you keep that process going. So by the time you get down to the, let's say 100 pounds from 200, and if it's truly a drop set, meaning you're not resting between sets, right? Yeah. So then by then I could see how the reps would decrease with set by set. If it's truly a drop set, I can imagine how the reps would start to fall off, even though the load's falling off at the same time. I can understand that. Yeah.
Because you're going to get lighter, but then your reps become less also. But once you get to that 5 reps or 10 reps, it's going to hurt like hell, but you have to slow that rep down, even though it's lighter. And you do that 5 times.
5 times. So basically, if you did 5 drops, that's 1 set.
That's 1 set.
And then you got to repeat that.
Yeah. Then you'll get like about a 2-minute break. You get a 2-minute break.
Yes.
And then you repeat that again.
You don't switch exercises though. Like you'll do your 5 sets on a leg extension and then go to say like a leg curl or a leg press or whatever's next on the list.
Yeah. And do the same
thing
again.
You don't superset or do anything like that.
Nah.
Okay.
Only time I do that is the last week when I'm depleting. Yeah, that's the only time. Training wise, that's what I've always done.
So when we're talking about building muscle, whether it's now or whether it's back again at the time of like the 2014, 2013, 2012, that era, a variation of this is what you're doing, because you said it evolved from the FST7 to what it is now. But you were doing this type of approach where you would implement drop sets. Like that was your thing. Yeah,
always been that way. It's always been that way. When I train people, they get mad at me because I'll be honest, when I work out with someone, my training's a little bit different. If I'm working out with someone, you have rest periods. So I have rest period, you have rest period. If I were to be training you, I'm precise on that time and I'm changing that pin. It's not like to where it's like you're changing the pin, you're taking your time, changing the pin. I'm changing that pin for you. So it's like, boom, boom, go, 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 go. Okay, boom, boom, go, 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 go. Hey, you got 2 minutes. All right, you got 10 seconds, get in. You got 5, 4, 3, you better be ready to go. Let's go. When I'm training with my training partner, it's a little bit different. There's little breaks in between, whether we're not feeling good. If you're not feeling good, I'll bring a trash can for you. You throw up, boom, you get right back at it.
And I'm sure that's happened.
Oh, yeah. It does.
Right. You were big on training one body part per training session for specific reasons, and maybe you can touch on that as well.
I'm going to say probably right around summertime, I was still doing the same thing, one body part a week. The only thing that was twice a week were my legs. I know I had to bring up my legs a lot, so I had to make sure that